I've been seeing a lot of buzz about this planner, and so I wanted to do a quick review. I love block scheduling. When I was a graphic designer for the magazine and then running my own graphic design business where I was doing lots of logos and wedding invitations and just lots of little freelance jobs, I used to do block scheduling for myself every day. And I would have a whole weekly layout, and I would block off the times when I would do different things, and I had to stick to it because I was just so busy doing websites here and my magazine here, and just like I had so much that I needed to juggle and I needed to get done. And block scheduling with 5 kids just saves me. So I do this still to this day in whatever planner I'm in. I was really interested in looking at a planner that was specifically dedicated to block scheduling. So let's look into this. This is done by Jordan Page. I don't follow her super closely, but I have seen I've seen her actually do a YouTube video about block scheduling. I know that she is big into budgeting. She has several planners on her website that have different objectives. I actually saw this one on an Instagram ad and I was like, oh, I've got to see what that is. I wish I would have looked for a second because there are actually different options for covers that are cheaper than this one, and that's probably the one that I would have picked up to review. But this one's really beautiful. So this is one of her leather covers. This is $50 is how much this one costs. It's big. It's 9 1/4 by 10 by 1. So it's just like almost like a letter size. It's just big. It feels really big. When I got it, I was like, whoa, that's big. It has the gold 00 wire binding, but it does feel like really good quality. This is not bendable by any means. It has like, I'm sure this is faux leather, but it says leather. The color options on this are this pink. There's also a tan leather and a black leather. So if you're doing this with your family or your husband and he doesn't want pink, there are other options available for you. So it starts off with your title page. You have these tabs here that feel like really nice quality. They're big tabs. So you have your calendar, your goals, your budget, your blocks, and then your notes. There's more information. I love when companies have QR codes that will take you to a video to kind of walk you through the planner. So she has that. She talks about her block scheduling. Here's Jordan Page. And holy, they have a lot of kids. I have 5 kids. So like, how many do they have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 kids. So she needs block scheduling. She knows all about it. I can just tell you, with having 8 kids, she must know all about it. I honestly don't know about her family, but, oh, she says it right here. I didn't have to count. 8 kids, and she has 6 successful businesses, it says. So I'm sure she's a guru all about this block scheduling. It has this page that kind of sets you up. It shows an example 1 and a sample 2, different ways you can use that, which I think is really cool. So over here she has, this is how she taught on her, I remember, I haven't watched that video that she put out for a long time, but I remember her separating her day into 3 parts. It's kind of like how Erin Condren used to have their planner where it used to say morning, afternoon, evening on the Erin Condren planner. So that's kind of what she's done here. You have your morning, afternoon, evening. You separate the tasks that you have to get done into each of those sections. Or over here, she has, it's still kind of like that, but she has the time over here of each of the appointments. So it says like 6, wake up, 7, kickboxing. And you have that here. You can, it says up here, you have these 3 boxes. She's doing meal planning up here. Has affirmations over here. This is a running to-do list. Anyway, one thing I don't love about this planner is how dark the lines are. You'll see it feels a little bit harsh. And this is just an example of a monthly budget and weekly spending, which again, she has QR codes so you can kind of learn more about this and how to use it the best that it can be. These pages are like a super, super, super thick. It feels like a folder, like a kid's folder for school. So it's super thick and it actually has a folder on this side. So it's like that. You have your gold foiling that says calendar, and it's really pretty. Seasonal bucket list. I think this is really fun. I actually do this in my planner. I either do seasonal or monthly bucket list. And then you have a year at a glance. And then this is undated. So they have these months, really big boxes. I mean, this is a big planner. So it's all undated. I just feel like the lines are really harsh. and black. I wish that they would be a little bit more muted, especially over here. I don't like dark lines. I feel like when lines are this dark, which is, it's almost the same shade as like a black pen, that things look cluttery and messy when you write on it. I don't mind the layout at all. I just, the colors are so dark. Like all the lines are so dark. So you have all your months here. So that's all this is. Months at a glance. You have notes and just like a basic planner layout. I like how basic it is. I think it's great. So then you have your goals section. Same thing. It's a folder. And over here you have yearly goals. What do you want to accomplish this year? Then rewards and motivation. I think that is so important. And a lot of goal planners do not have that listed. So rewards, notes, important things, and then separate. There's a vision board separating into different areas of life. I love that planners do this. The thing that's missing here are lines for me. It kind of stresses me out seeing these because they're big. These boxes are really big. Seeing all of that space with no lines, or at least dot grid. Then you have different goals. You have the goal, start, end, my motivation, my reward, and then action steps. So there's enough for 6. And then here's another 6 and another 6. So maybe you do this, well, I was going to say maybe it's quarterly, but there's only 3. Anyway, there's 3 different layouts of 6 goals. Is there more? No, it's just 3. That seems a little weird. I guess separate your, it's every 4 months you can do it again. Okay, and then you have your budget. So same folder, which I think actually is really nice. These folders, you can put different things into each one of them. So this is your financial goals. You have enough, how many goals? 5 financial goals. So that's cool. Like pay off credit card, pay off the car, or whatever, like save for trip to Disneyland can be there. Goal amount, start, end, actual end date. How much do you need each week to accomplish your goal by the end date? So that could be either like a savings goal or a amount that you're going to pay towards a debt. I think that's really cool. Here's an example of like just the lines seem really dark, and I think your actual writing would get lost. So this is a monthly income, expenses, and bills. And she kind of walks you through setting up your budget here. And then you have spending categories. And you have enough for each of these layouts. There's 12 layouts. So each month has its own spread. And that is what is in the budget section. Okay, now we're getting to the main part of this planner, the blocks. That's what this is all about, is the time blocks. So again, the nice folder here. You have a notes page. This is like, I really like thin lines, and this is like wider than wide ruled. It's really wide. And then this is what the blocks look like. So you have your to-do list. You can do whatever you want in this block up here. I would probably do it for dinner planning. I really only plan out dinners because our lunches are usually leftovers for us, and then breakfast, I eat the same thing every day. So I'd probably put dinners up here, but like she gave an example of affirmations. You could do like your workout for the morning, and then you have your time blocking. So you just have the time that this block is and what you need to accomplish during that time would go in this section. I wish it was lined. I would be much happier with this if it was lined. And then you have notes section down here that you can do whatever you want. So you have every week for the year here, 52 weeks, and then a notes page at the end. And then you have a notes section. There's 10 sheets of paper, so 20 notes pages and then another folder on that one. So that is it. You do get a little closure, this gold shiny closure. And I think this is a really nice book. I do love block scheduling. I think block scheduling is amazing. I block schedule in my daily duo. I do think it's really nice. And I think the budgeting's really nice. The videos I've watched of her, I think that she has great advice for that. And I love that she incorporates her videos into this. So you can like QR code them and watch her videos and use it. I think this is a lot of money for this planner. She has no information about the weight of the planner paper. We'll do a pen test really quick, but she has no information about that. So this leather one is $49.99. They do have some other options. So this is the weekly version like you saw. They also have a block schedule planner that is a daily version. That one is $24.99. It has like a soft, flexible cover on it with a white spiral coil. And that one has just extra, how this one has 3 blocks scheduling for the day. That one goes into a little bit more depth of the time, so I think there's 5 sections. They do have another one that is a hardcover. It's a 6 months block schedule rather than the full year, and that one is $39.99, so $10 cheaper than this one. I think this is a great planner. I think that there are people who would absolutely think that this is the best planner ever. The things that would make it so I wouldn't use it is it's just really big. It's a really big planner. The other thing is I don't like the spacing of the lines. I don't like the really dark lines in here, and especially like the budget pages. And then I don't like that this isn't lined at all. So there are just things that would make it so I would choose other planners over this one. Not that there's anything wrong with this per se. Let's do a pen test really quick. I'm gonna start off just with the Zig Clean Color Dots. I like layer, this is not layered 2 and then 3. I'm gonna do the same thing with the mild liner. 1, 2, and 3. I don't know why you would ever do that. We're just like seeing how good it is. And then I'm gonna write down some different pens. All right, here's the pen test. I have the Zig Clean Color Dots 1, 2, and 3 layers, mild liners 1, 2, and 3 layers, and then all these pens. And let's see how they did. Okay, so it looks like the Clean Color Dots bled through. You could definitely see it with the one, but when you layered them, like they don't do well. Everything else was fine. The mild liners even did great with the 1, 2, and 3 layers, and I picked a darker mild liner. So excited about the way that this handled pens. I think the paper is nice. It's a smooth paper, but not slick. It feels really nice. I don't know what I would compare it to. Probably like the Simplified paper is what it would be like. It's a bright white, really pretty. One thing I did want to note is a lot of the pages have like smudging on it. I don't know if you can tell, but this isn't from me. This was here when it came, or like, I don't know, there's like glue residue here. Again, it's not like the biggest deal, but when you're spending $50 on a planner, which this is kind of I would say this is a pretty spendy planner. That kind of stuff is always just a little bit irritating. And other than that, the cover flips pretty easily. Sometimes on this wire binding, these thicker covers stick. But this one feels pretty good. I think it is a very interesting and unique planner that might be the perfect one for you. Thank you so much for watching. I hope that this was helpful. If you've been seeing the Instagram ads like I have, maybe this will help you make a decision before you make a purchase. Have a wonderful day, you guys. Talk to you soon. See you. Bye.